Hi guys, Hornby Train Lovers here, sorry. I must stop doing that at the start of videos. But I get confused whether the camera's actually on or not because of one of the buttons and that. Anyway, ignore me, completely ignore me. Welcome to this layout update. Now I have not done a layout update in donks, and I mean that. I haven't done one in absolutely ages. Yeah, I think the last one must be March. And a lot's happened to the layout since then. Although you won't be able to see a lot of it. First of all, a couple of months, about a month or two ago, this layout board was actually completely taken up and that. And there was a plan for an end-to-end layout with two of the green, two of the older boards that I had and that. But that's no longer happening. So yeah. Couple of things to point out though. First of all, I'm not running anything today. As you can see, I've got the 45XXs over there with some freight. But I'm not going to run anything today. Purely because I've got quite a lot to get through. But I do need to make a quick point out while I'm here before I go on to the first bit. Is that the outside track is all running fine, running fine, but the inside track needs to all be pulled up again and placed back down. It could be, I'm not quite sure what the problem is yet. I know what the problem is, if I zoom in there, sorry about my really shaky hand. But you can see there's a gap between the track. That's because a piece that I need won't fit in there, and I've decided instead of using FlexiTrack to just pull it all back up because it should work. It should work and that. What had happened is the track had to be pulled up in order to try and build the end-to-end layout, but it didn't work in that. So the track's only recently been pinned back down. Now it's coming up. This is actually being filmed the day before I go back to school. And I wanted to get so much done on the layout, but I just haven't. I've been quite busy, been doing a lot of other things. Obviously I went to Minehead for on holiday and days out, and just been doing quite a lot of stuff and that. And when I haven't been, I've been trying to relax for the holiday and that. So yeah, so there's not been much done and that. But please note, no buildings are really stuck down and that. But I'll go on to each area where I want to talk about, and I'll take it from there. There's some areas that I do need to talk about, so I'll try and keep this short and sweet, but it'll probably be it should be quite a reasonable size one. So yeah, okay. Okay, so firstly, I just wanted to show you the latest arrival. I know that I had showed my video before this, would have been the latest buys and that, and I'm sorry for lack of videos lately. There are loads to come. I have got loads to film and that, so yeah. But this is another buy from a train shop. I bought this from Ron's Lines again because me and my mum went back there, and I picked up a load of other stuff and that, and this was one of the things I picked up. It's a Hornby Tornado. It's an A1, isn't it? I get so confused. But yeah, but they're really nice. It's a really nice model, and I believe, isn't this the livery she's just been painted back into? And I could be wrong. But because I weren't quite sure what livery she was getting painted back into. But I was gonna get the BR blue, the blue version that she was in before, but I decided. This is the one I think she's in now again, so I'll get this one, and I love her. She is just a really nice model. Okay, so yeah, so that's the newest buy in that. So yeah, the first main area that I need to talk about is the yard, really. Now, the yard's always been quite small, and it's going to stay quite small. There's only going to be 3 sidings, and I know this one is tiny. But this track does need to be replaced. I am working on getting the track replaced in that. But there's going to be one yard here, 1 yard here, 2 small sidings here, and then there's going to be the engine shed here. And now the engine shed isn't out. It's actually in the box of most of the scenery. but it needs to be, it needs to have one of the handles fixed on the doors. It's slightly come off and that, so the door's slightly broken, but that's easy to do. My mum's going to help me with that, and that it should be fairly easy. So yeah, so hopefully that'll be all out. I've got this LMS lamp thing here. Now I noticed. Okay, so moving swiftly on, and I've come to these houses that I've been doing. Now, I can't remember in the last update whether I'd actually told you that I glued this down. But I'd actually glued it down onto there. But I had to unglue it when the layout was brought up and that. But I'm going to glue these two back down together. Do some, put some fences in between and make the gardens. But yeah, so yeah, they're not going to be too bigger gardens and that, so, but yeah, it's going to be quite nice, and then, hopefully I'm going to get some lighting and drill underneath the layout and have some lighting for it. So yeah, but that's these houses. Now another area that I have started and, am going to be working on is, this area. Now, here I bought this house, as you saw in my latest buys video and that, and yeah, it's a really nice house and that. And what I thought I would do is I had this green area where there was some animals, I think, and that, but I've taken the animals off because I'm going to make like a farm, loads of fields with some animals in, quite a big field and that. So what I thought I would use this bit for is I thought I would make another house. Use it for a big house. Countryside house area, really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this bit of grass going to be a big garden. There's going to be this tree here when I get round to sticking it, because it keeps coming off. And then I'm going to have this hut here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like a little stream sort of thing going underneath the thing, a little like pond and that, underneath there, just to about the other side and that. It'll just be a nice thing, because you've got like the bridge to walk over and that. And then there'll be a path also going on here, and I'm going to make this into like a little garden area, maybe for a model railway. But yeah, so that'll be quite nice and that. So hopefully I'll get the house stuck down, get the garden sorted out and that in time for the next update. And if I come to the side here, I have also added in another siding. Now this is only a small siding, and that, but I've got these two old wagons here that I'm going to be making. See, that I've just derailed them. Sorry. That I'm going to be making look. This is really unprofessional. There you are. Sorry about how unprofessional that was. But yeah, that I'm going to be rusting, using some rust. Which one is it? I can't remember. I think it's this one. I think it might be that one. And it's rust salt. So to make it look rusty. On the wheels and all of that. And then I'm going to be, and I've been experimenting, and I can't find where I've put it. On this wagon, I've been experimenting. Now this is part of a bin bag. Now, you know at some heritage lines where they've got old coaches and that, to cover up. I was going to do a couple of these with some of these wagons and that, and maybe a couple of coaches. So yeah, so hopefully I'll get all of that done in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, and get these wagons sorted out and that, so get them all sorted in the next couple of weeks. You may remember was the road. I painted into this. You might be able to see there that brown, and I really hated it. I really hated it. Now I've been experimenting again, and oh sorry. I'm going to redo this road again into the same colour, but give it a couple of coats of paint at the same time and that. So get a couple of pots and that, and just make it look like it's properly all painted and that, because as you can see, it's all different sort of colours at the moment. That one's lighter than it is there at the moment. So, but hopefully the road will be sorted out, and the road's going to actually go all the way over there. And it's actually going to start at a crossing that's going to be somewhere along here. Okay, and the reason it's going to be somewhere along there is what I'm going to go to next. Then I'm going to go to the station, and then I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. So yeah. Okay, some of you may know this has come from an actual station, a Hornby station set. But it's quite big for the station and I'm not sure it really suits on my one. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to use that and make it into a village hall area. So there's going to be some nice gardens around it and that, and some nice trees and that. And it's just going to be like a village hall area, which I think will be quite nice. And that I'll probably get it all lighted up and that. So yeah, so that's going to be like the village hall area. And you may remember, I think I said last time that I was going to be doing that. So I'm going to get it done and that. That'll probably be one of the first things I do now. Because it's a bit further away to reach doing that. So yeah, so that's going to be the village hall area. So, moving on to the station. Okay, so I've got all the platforms laid down and that. Now, you may remember I had this before. I'm not sure whether it's staying because, again, it's quite a big building for my sort of layout and that. And this is based on, like, a preserved railway. I know you do see quite big buildings there a lot of the time and that. But this, like, yeah, I'm not sure whether I'm going to have it or not. Maybe I might turn it in, maybe I might use it for the new layout I'm going to be building, an exhibition layout I'm going to be building, which I'll go on to, which there is an update coming up soon, very soon, when I can actually get round to start building it and that. So yeah, yeah, but otherwise I'm going to use that old Hornby, these old Hornby station platforms. I quite like them. I know they're not the best and they're not as good as the brick ones that I have, but I've only got 2 of them, and these are a bit cheaper and that, and they're going to be quite a lot of things on them and that, so it's just quite a good price range for it, quite a good thing for money wise and that, which I could spend like decorating the station and that. So I think it'll just be easier to use them. So yeah, so there is going to be, they do all need a bit of a clean, which I'm going to be doing in a bit, but yeah, so, yeah, so that's really it for the station. Platform 2, which is the one nearest to, platform 1, which is the one nearest to us, that can take 2 coaches and a tender locomotive, like Tornado, or the school's class over there. Platform 2 can take 3 coaches and also a tender locomotive. The reason this one can take 2 is because of the radius as well. So yeah. Last but not least, I'm just going to show you some of the stuff that I've got to go on. So first of all, I've got the ballast. Now I am going to be starting that possibly not this month, maybe maybe next month. But I've got this Woodland Scenic brown ballast, which grey light grey ballast, sorry, and that, which I'm really looking forward to put on. I might need a few packets, but I'll start doing that. I'm probably going to start with that area there, and possibly this area, possibly going around the back first, because they're quite hard to get to in that. So yeah, so I've got the ballast. I'll get some more of that. Then I have got these cows. I've got a couple of, I've got a few of these. I've got this packet and another packet, and some horses to go in the big fields area. Now I'm not sure whether the fields are going to be over there where that that pump is, or over there, or somewhere around there. I'm not quite sure yet, which I do apologise about. Then I've got these businessmen, but because this is going to be like I might be using these for this other layout, because that's going to be like a mainline station, day-to-day station that gets used for passengers needing to get to work and that. So I might not use that for that. But I've also got a couple of cars to go on. That one and this one, but I need to unscrew it. I've also got some more trees, some more grass and that. So quite a lot to get done on the layout. Okay, so that concludes this update really. Sorry it's been quite a long one and I've been waffling on and you're probably sick of hearing me now. But yeah, thanks for watching. Also, I know this will be going up on the Sunday.